Hey guys, and welcome to the video. Today we're talking about Fable again. I'm sorry for all the Fable content, but man, that trailer got me pumped. Xbox has recently announced that they are going to be at Gamescom with their biggest ever showcase, and that leads me to obviously the all-important question of, are we going to be seeing Fable there? Now this video won't be too long, but I just want to kind of give you my thoughts on if we will be seeing Fable, and what I hope to see from the trailer if it is there. So first off, I do think it's kind of likely that we'll be seeing Fable at Gamescom for two reasons. One, I've already mentioned, it's going to be Xbox's biggest showcase, so for that reason, they need to kind of put all the games they can out there, and obviously with Fable being on the horizon, it makes sense for that game to be there. Especially since we haven't seen a ton from Fable, I feel like they'll have a lot to work with when throwing together a trailer. I wouldn't necessarily be expecting some big revelations with this trailer. Honestly, I kind of imagine it to follow the same formula as the other trailers have. You know, having the weird intro scene and then showing us snippets of gameplay with some guy talking over it. But I honestly think that's the most likely sort of trailer we're going to see. Another thing is the fact that Fable is coming out next year, and in my opinion, I think it'll be targeting either Q3 or Q4. It doesn't leave them a lot of time to really promote the game. We've not seen a ton either, so I do think if they are going to be showing off this game at any point, considering it's releasing next year, they're going to be doing it pretty much every showcase they have a panel at or have a slot at. And with this obviously being Xbox's showcase, I think it's pretty likely to see them talk about Fable there. Now, I've already kind of discussed how I expect the trailer to be. I definitely do think it's going to be in the same vein as the other trailers we've already seen. I don't think they're going to be changing up that formula, and I think it's something we'll see a couple more times before they start switching to perhaps, you know, unedited gameplay and stuff and actually showing us the game properly. I know a lot of people are waiting to see what Fable's going to look like and play like, myself included, but with it being still like a year and a half out plus, I understand why they're trying to keep at least some secrets to the side for us to wait and find out about. But I think that this trailer might be our first little step into discovering some of those secrets and learning more about the game. I'm hoping personally for this trailer to just show off a bit more gameplay. Customization really is my biggest fear about this game, and that's not a bad thing at all. I think the trailers and the gameplay that we've seen so far at least do capture what I want from a Fable, so as long as they can show off some customization and maybe some different mechanics like the landlord system and the morality system, I'd be fairly happy. But of course, I don't know if that's really going to be happening with this trailer. I really do think we're just going to get a reel of awesome moments and some gameplay with some funky music behind it, and again, some guy commentating. Again, I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. A lot of people seem to pan it as like, oh, they're not showing us the game because they have something to hide. I don't inherently disagree with that, but I do also think it's important to remember that the game is still like a year and a half out plus. They're not going to be showing us everything this early on. I think that's the problem with announcing games too early, which really is another rant I could go on. I really do think Fable was announced way too early. But yeah, I don't think it would make sense at the moment for them to show off any major things, at least yet. But with it hopefully being a Gamescom, I'm hoping to get some more slight looks at the gameplay. I'm hoping to get a bit more lore, try and figure out what's happening. I really hope we see character customization at this point. If we don't see it in this trailer, that's when I'll start to kind of worry, because realistically, everyone's biggest issue about the marketing and trailers is the character, the main one they've chosen. So for me, whilst I personally, honestly, I'm not completely like turned off by the fact it might be a female-only pro tag. I think it's lame to remove features, obviously, but if it is, it is. If it ain't, it ain't. It doesn't really bother me too much. But I know it's bothering a lot of people out there, so as I say, if they don't show off any character customization when it's by far the biggest complaint about the game right now, then that even means that they have not spotted any of the criticism online, which, let's be honest, if you go online and look at Fable, it's hard to miss the character customization dilemmas we keep seeing online, or that they are purposely not showing it off. And if they're not showing it off, I think that basically tells us everything we need to know. So for me, I'm hoping for a trailer pretty much in a similar vein that we've seen before. I'm not against that. I don't think that's inherently bad. I do hope to see some character customization though, and some more glimpses at gameplay. I would like a few more details on how the game's going to be and the systems they have at play in this trailer, because, you know, the game is up and coming now. And I think at this point, now that they've given us a release period and a release window, it is time for them to kind of really show us what the game is. I could understand it before, when they hadn't even got a time to release the game, why they weren't showing us a great deal. But at this point, you've given us a release window. We're expecting it now next year, so like, we need to see more about it. So yeah, that's really all I have to say. Just a little short one today. I am very much hoping for some glimpses into the future of Fable and what to expect in the game, But for me, as long as this still just kind of follows along from the other trailers and gives me nothing but good vibes, I'm happy. I really want to see character customization in this one, and if we don't see it in this one, then I'd start to be a little bit worried personally. But either way, I'm hoping to see Fable there, and I do think we will see Fable there. The only thing that makes me think we won't see Fable there is the fact that they didn't mention it in the caption when talking about being at Gamescom. But I guess we'll just have to wait and see on that. But personally, I do think we'll see it there, and I can't wait.